I was looking at the collection and we were looking at things in the archive, and I was thinking about all the exhibitions that had been going on with Dior and the idea of things that would be in 50 years' time in those exhibitions. So I was looking at Daniel's work and he looks at the present in a future context. There was a Japanese garden that he made with red sand that was in this pink, and I thought that was very interesting to make into a set.
The larger project that I've been working on lately is around this idea of a fictional archeology. So if we imagine taking objects from today, projecting them into a potential future, what does the archaeology of today look like in 1,000, 10,000 years? In discussing this process with Kim, which items would be the icons from Dior that I would focus on.
Donc voilà, c'est la maquette que Daniel Arsham nous a fournie. On l'a grossie pour la construire dans une version qui fait 2,50 m. On fait la structure de base en polystyrène. Il va reproduire à l'identique les aspérités, les positions des cristaux. Ils sont en train de placer le gabarit d'un cristal. Donc tous les cristaux ont été redessinés, resculptés et réalisés en résine. Donc quand ça sort du moule, c'est comme ça. Ensuite, on le polit pour avoir vraiment l'effet cristal, quoi.
It's a pretty accurate reflection of the smaller ones scaled up. All of these works are meant to replicate a kind of geological transformation. So although this work feels like it's kind of falling apart, the crystals also feel like they're growing, so maybe it's actually growing to a completion of the letter. A lot of this investigation with Kim was about kind of looking back to the origins of Christian Dior's practice, his time as a gallerist, his interest in art, his office being a kind of central place. So I've also pulled out a number of the objects from there. It's these kind of symbols of things that he used in his everyday life. As the models walk over it, they will kind of destroy the perfect gradient. A little bit to do with the idea of destruction and construction, the decay in the letters.
It's just there are lots of things in his work that I saw kind of had the same mood as the house. The grey is something that comes from Christian Dior's home, the grey skies where he grew up, and the concrete that Daniel uses is the same thing. With his work, it's kind of interesting to look at it in different textures and different fabrics. So you have a pleated embroidery, or you have a moulded cast crystal bag, a saddle bag, things like this, lots of different ways of looking at it. I'm always thinking about the future, and when I've finished what I'm doing in the present, I'm on to the next thing. That's fashion.